Hello friends, today we are going to see how to send data using XML HTTP requests in JavaScript. How to do that? So this is our project and this is our login page. Let's open it. Now go down to our form, this one. So this is our form. We will input text for username and input password for password. Now before we continue here, we're going to put another div, then we give it maybe ID and we say error message. So this is where the error message will be displayed. Now after that, we have here validate form. This we saw it in the previous lesson. We are going to use this validate form to send data to our PHP file. Now let's come here down. As we saw in the previous lessons, this validate form will first validate the form before sending the variables. So if the email is empty, then this message will be displayed. As if password is empty, this message will be displayed. And as if password length is less than 6, this message will be displayed. So because we are going to use this div with ID error message to display the error message, so here we are going to change, then we type document dot get element by ID. So here we put by ID error message dot inner HTML equals, then we put this, enter is please. Okay, enter email please, or let's say enter username. Now this one also we use enter password please, and you remove this, and here also say this, then password must be at least 6 characters. Okay, now this one we need to put it on the beginning here, then we say inner HTML is equal to empty, so that it will initialize this element with ID error message. Now we are going to use XMLHttpRequest to submit a password and username. So now remove this, then after removing, we type var xl equals new XML HTTP request. So here it is small letters TTP request. Then after we say xl dot onReady state change equal function, then here there is a semicolon. Now inside we put if this dot ready state state equals 4 and this dot status equals 200. So this one is to check if the variable have been submitted successfully. So then here, let's increase. Here we type var text equals this dot response text. So this one will show us the response text. Now, depending on how the data will be processed, we are going to check if there is an error message in the response. So we say if, for example, text dot include. So if maybe this one includes the word success, then automatically user continue to profile page, for example. So we say window dot location dot href equals, for example, it will be equal to profile PHP. Now, if there is no success else, then the error message is going to be displayed here. And error message here, so it will be equal to text. So this means that if the text or the response text includes success, then user will continue to profile.php. If not, the error message will be displayed in the element with id error message. Now we are going to start to submit this. So here we type xl.open. So we use post method, post and login.php. So this is the PHP file that will receive the data, then true, and xl.set request header. Now we put this one, we type content type, and here we put application, x www form URL and code date, like this. Then after we type xl.send. So we are going to send the variables. So we need to create another variable with name variables. So we come here, then we type var variables equals, so let's say it is username equals plus email plus, now another is password, so we put and password equals then plus password. So here we have username that will take the value email, and the password that will take the value password. So these two variables, username and password, will be sent to this login PHP to be processed. So now let's save this. Then we open our project in your web browser. HTTP is this one, and you type login. So then after typing login, let's click here on login. So here, as you can see, enter username please. Let's put maybe anything you want. Then login again, enter password please. So let us put password we want. Then login again, password must be at least 6 characters. So let's increase the characters. Then again login. So nothing happens because we don't have login.php that will process the two variables that have been sent. So next time we shall see how to connect this to PHP file to get the feedback. Thank you for watching. See you next time.